Yo, what's up everybody, what's going on? It's your boy EasyE Pepe in the motherfucking house once again, straight off the motherfucking streets of Kekistan. So why do we just get right on into this shit? This week we are talking about a story called His Name Was Seth Rich. On Tuesday, May 16th, the Washington Post released this article which states the family of Seth Rich rejected the claims of many sources, Fox News and WikiLeaks among them, that Rich leaked emails from the DNC to WikiLeaks. However, as we shall see, due to the diligence of Paul and the willingness of Anons to come forward and tell other side of the story, this would prove to be fake news. It seems as though the Washington Post knew that information about Rich's death was about to come out, and they were already trying to push a narrative counter to the facts.
The police department nor the FBI has been forthcoming. They haven't been cooperating at all. I believe that the answer to solving his death lies on that computer, which I believe is either at the police department or either at the FBI. I've been told both.
But you have sources at the FBI saying that there is information
For
that
sure.
could link Seth Rich to WikiLeaks?
Absolutely, yeah, and that's confirmed.
One of the earliest posts on Poll seemed to indicate that what started off as just a conspiracy theory has continued to gather more and more evidence. As soon as the Washington Post released their article, all sorts of info started to flood the internet. This post sums up the modus operandi of the Clintons and their campaign tactics. Any opposition to the Clintons is silenced one way or another, and this anon is pretty motherfucking specific about how it must have gone down for Seth Rich. Now, before we get into the next clip, I have gotta give it up to the fam at Poll. They really have put in the motherfucking work on this one. The most compelling post on Poll was this. An anon claiming to be a trauma surgeon that worked on Rich when he was in the trauma unit states in so many words that Rich's gunshot wound were not fatal. However, with the sudden appearance of what seemed to be many law enforcement, they were no longer permitted to work on the patient. In addition, they were told not to check up on the patient the next day. Afterwards, Rich passed away. This doesn't seem like the way this shit is supposed to go down in the ER to an OG like me. To be fair, the claim could be totally made up, but the anon gave so much specific information that it seems perfectly credible. To this gangsta, it seems legit, and if true, this post adds to the fact that there was a cover-up by agents associated with the Clinton campaign, the deep state and other parts of shadow governments. I can only hope that this anon is correct in thinking that justice will be served once Trump hires a new director of the FBI. So let's sum up quickly some of the other things that are happening as this information is showing up on Poll. WikiLeaks tweets out that they have put out a $20,000 reward for info leading to a conviction of the murderers of Seth Rich. An anon federal investigator confirms that Rich sent the exact same amount of emails attachments to a, now dead, WikiLeaks reporter that showed up in a release by WikiLeaks on July 22, 2016. WikiLeaks also retweets a Fox and Friends tweet about Seth Rich's contact with WikiLeaks, basically confirming without saying that he was the leaker. Poll News Forever tweets out that the officer at the scene of Rich's shooting had a relationship to Hillary Clinton. Kim.com also tweets out that Rich was the source of WikiLeaks' DNC emails leak. And it is shown that the Rich family spokesman is the DNC's crisis manager and is actively trying to deny that the family says Rich was the source of the email leaks. Are you starting to get it now? We are at a point now where more and more Americans and other free societies are starting to wake up to the shadowy machinations of government. They cannot keep this type thing a secret much longer. As much as they are trying to get this story to disappear to protect the powers that be, it is no longer possible. Thanks to Poll. I'll leave you with this clip of Rod Wheeler talking to Sean Hannity on May 16th.
Because someone, a high-ranking official at the DNC, check this out, a high-ranking official at the DNC, when I called the police department, they got that information and called the Rich family wanting to know why was I snooping around. There was a federal investigator that was involved on the inside of the case, a person that's very credible. And I'll tell you, let me just say this, Sean, I don't like to suggest things without saying the person's name, but I can't say the person's name because that person would be thrown under the bus, and I can't do that. But this person, we checked him out. We have to check him out. Very credible. He said he laid eyes on the computer and he laid eyes on the case file, and he came across very credible.